And hello YouTube, this is Thomas Judge, back once again with another episode of my ongoing weekly series, Valiant to the Last, in which I am going to be reading every single Valiant comic since the 2012 reboot, mainly by reading my deluxe edition collection, which I've been showing off week by week, volume by volume. This week's installment of the series actually isn't going to be showing the deluxe edition because, as I've had to do a couple of times, I'm now reading a series which wasn't collected in deluxe edition format. It was collected in a trade paperback, and I read it as that. And this is the series Bloodshot Rising Spirit. So, quick recap: I read Deluxe Editions Volume 1 and Volume 2, as well as Harbing Awards and stuff like that. I also read Bloodshot Reborn, Deluxe 1 and 2, and I also read Bloodshot Salvation. So this series comes after Bloodshot Salvation, but before the next Bloodshot Deluxe Edition, which is the 2019 Deluxe Edition that we're going to be reading and reviewing next week. So Bloodshot Rising Spirit, 8 single issues. It's a limited series. It's a maxi series released by Valiant between Salvation and the 2019 series. What did I think of it? I didn't enjoy it at all. And yeah, I'm surprised to say that because I've been enjoying Valiant so much up until now. Yes, admittedly, it had a slightly rocky start for me, but after that, it's just been brilliant. It's been success after success. Everything I've read, I've thought was great. I've been really glad I've had them as deluxe editions. And every series that I've read that wasn't a deluxe edition, I've been gutted it wasn't available as a deluxe edition. And I've talked about maybe getting things custom bound in the future. So as a result, I went into Bloodshot Rising Spirit with high hopes, knowing absolutely nothing about it, but essentially assuming that it was going to be really good and probably the sort of thing that I would want to have as a deluxe edition. Now, the author of Bloodshot Rising Spirit is Kevin Grievous, who I do like. So I was surprised that I didn't enjoy it at all. And then what I realized is that there's actually been kind of a rotating cast of writers and artists for this series. So Kevin Grievous actually left before the end of the series and didn't actually write the last couple of issues. And similarly, the art style changed as well. So we're looking at rotating writers and rotating artists in an 8-issue maxi series, which is never a good sign. But what's the series about, and why didn't I like it? Well, the series is about Bloodshot, but it's not about the Bloodshot that we know from the previous volumes and all the comics that we've read. The Bloodshot in this is Bloodshot prior to all the events of Bloodshot Deluxe Edition Volume 1, and in fact, arguably, isn't an entirely different protagonist at all. Um, I don't want to give any spoilers because I never do. So suffice to say, this is about Bloodshot back when he was a soldier working as Bloodshot before he broke free of Project Rising Spirit. It's about all the different personalities and memories that they try to implant in him to give him the motivation to continue his job of going out and killing and doing these various kind of military hits. And it's about how it did or didn't work and sort of the byproducts of that. Um, it's just messy and garbled. There wasn't really any kind of overall arc to the story, I felt. By the end of the story, it felt like this was very self-contained and could have been skipped without me reading it, and it wouldn't have changed anything. And in addition to that, just the general storyline, the tempo, the themes they went for wasn't satisfying. To the extent that I do wonder whether or not Bloodshot Rising Spirit is actually in continuity with the rest of the Valiant universe that I've been reading. I guess it is, and unless I see otherwise, I'm going to continue keeping this in my collection here, as it were. But this is not something that I see myself reading a second time. This is not something I see myself going back to. It's not something I massively enjoyed the first time round. I guess if you're a huge Bloodshot fan, by all means, check it out. But yeah, this is definitely a quality low point in terms of the Valiant that I've been reading so far. So a little bit surprised by that. But yeah, genuinely, it was okay at best. That's all I'm going to say, guys. I don't really have much to show you because I don't have a physical deluxe edition to show you here. I just wanted to give you my thoughts on this limited series. It doesn't really fit in anywhere, it being a prequel to all the rest of the Bloodshot issues. So right now, my thinking is you don't especially need to read this or to factor this into your reading. Um, has anyone here read this? Has anyone read this and been reading along with me for this series of videos? If so, please comment your thoughts down below. I'd be really interested to know what you think, whether you enjoyed it more than me, whether or not you agree with me. Um, but yeah, that's all I have to say on this one. Next time round, next week, we are going to be looking at a physical deluxe edition again. In this case, it'll be Bloodshot 2019, which I believe is written by Tim Seeley and drawn by Brett Booth, and I believe it's a standalone, self-contained 12-issue maxi series. So I'm looking forward to diving into that, and I'm hoping that kind of brings the quality level back up to an even keel. Until then, thanks for watching, everyone. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. As always, please follow me on Twitter at I am Thomas Judge, where I will post a daily review of whatever comics I've been reading. You can get an idea of what I'm up to on the channel. And as always, please support the channel by heading over to Amazon.com and checking out my prose novel about superheroes. It's a completely original piece of work. The first episode in it is called Arrivals, and the series as a whole is called No Gods or Kings. You can find an excerpt of that on my website, nogodsorkings.com. Until next time, everybody, stay classy.